everyone. Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and doing a little video here talking about some of my favorite albums, some great albums I listened to this past month. A lot of these albums made it to my loved list linked below. The first album I'm going to mention made it on there, the new THEESatisfaction album on naturalE. This is an experimental hip-hop, funk, neo-soul, and sort of R&B album, a real mixture of different things, electronic music a little bit as well, with some really abstract, strange, forward-thinking lyrics. It's a really short but personality-driven record that has a lot of character. Also came out this month, another record I would love to recommend to you, the new Soap&Skin LP Narrow. This is an Austrian singer-songwriter project, the first album I reviewed from this project, sophomore LP, and man, what emotionally charged piano ballads this album has. I mean, really emotionally heavy stuff. Not only the lyrical content and just the subject matters of these songs, but the way these songs sound. Paying attention to the lyrics isn't even completely necessary. There's so many simple and just shy and forlorn sounds all over this album. Another album that I recommend checking out if you love your music fast, extreme, badass, and face-punching, the new Unsane Wreck. This is the band's 7th album. They've been putting out albums for just about 20 years. They're from New York, and when it comes to post-hardcore, noise rock, and just straight up, these guys are one of the most consistent bands you could listen to. While this LP doesn't present a lot of new ideas, Unsane's formula has been so bread and butter, it hasn't really needed to change all that much over the course of the band's career. I'd also love to recommend to you the new Men record, Open Your Heart. These guys are also a New York band, and this record has an incredible amount of variety on it, from like blues-infused garage punk to country music to krautrock-esque jams, psychedelic rock as well, a little bit of post-punk, indie rock. These guys jump all over the place on this record and their last record too, Leave Home. But on this LP, especially this LP, the songwriting is just so high quality, it doesn't really matter that the band is jumping all over the place, because even though they're not really consistent stylistically, for the most part the songs on here are really good. And finally, I'd like to recommend the new Big K.R.I.T mixtape, Forever and a Day. This thing is a nice end to the trilogy of free albums he's been putting out since 2010 with K.R.I.T Was Here, Return of Forever, and then Forever and a Day. This thing is a bit of a concept album, kind of taking you through a day in the life of Big K.R.I.T. And while that concept is cool, ultimately the catchy hooks, the great rapping and lyricism, and the fantastic beats that he self-produces are what makes this LP so worthwhile. So those are kind of my 5 album recommendations for this month. What albums have you loved this past month? Let me know. Thank you for watching. Anthony Fantano, recommendations forever.